Well, I just got to shake down the brand new Polaris ProR for the last 3 days. Man, all I can say is I'm impressed. I've pushed every razor just about to its complete limit, and this is going to completely change the game. The first thing I saw when I walked up was the suspension. It caught my eye right from the beginning. The front suspension and the front arms with the shock mount to the bottom arm is just like my trucks, and how beefy they are. I was so stoked to see that and was like, we're not messing around. And then I went to the rear suspension and with the new toe link in the rear suspension. Then I got to drive it and absolutely blew my mind. Everything it had through the whoops, and it was literally like you could have held a drink in there and driven through the whoops. I was completely impressed with how good the suspension worked on this new ProR. Engineers did a phenomenal job on it. Next thing I noticed past the suspension was that big 4-cylinder engine. Over 200 horsepower, that's a game changer for the UTV world, and naturally aspirated. I'm a huge naturally aspirated fan. A lot of the race trucks I drive are naturally aspirated, and obviously you can't go wrong with a turbo, but over 200 horsepower, naturally aspirated, this thing is an absolute beast. The back of the new ProR just screams game changer. Starting with the trailing arms, they integrated a new toe link, and it's super sleek the way they integrated it, and tracking through the whoops is just on another level. It just tracks so straight. 29 inches of travel, that's just insane. I mean, that's more than some desert cars are running in the high up classes of desert racing. So 29 inches of travel, and it uses all of it in just plush comfort. I'm super impressed with the way the suspension works. 74 inches wide. It's a big girl, and it handles so good. I got to drive the 4-seater for the last couple days, and the wheelbase of the 4-seater with the new width of the new ProR is just killer combo. Not only the suspension, but the big 4-cylinder motor. It's got that power, that NA power. Over 200 horsepower. Can't wait to get to work with this thing. I mean, my mind just starts spinning. It's got this Lamborghini style exhaust out the back of it, and not only does it look good, but it fits the part. It's got so many fine, intricate details, including a torque limiter, the transmission. Every little thing has been upgraded, fine-tuned, changed around to just make one badass desert racing machine. So if you ever sat in a Pro XP, you already know the interior is top of its class. Well, in the new ProR, they've taken that and just one-upped it even more. One new feature is the throttle position switch. There's Sport, Rock, and Race, which is a super rad feature depending on if you're in the rocks, want to modulate the throttle, you're just out on a cruise, or looking to get sporty with your buddies. So it's got 3 different throttle position settings, which is super fun to play with. Obviously, it's got the integrated Rockford Fosgate sound system, which you can't beat that. Listening with your buddies and stop, have a drink break, and blasting the stereo. Everybody loves that. The storage glove compartment on these is just absolutely insane. The comfort, second to none. Like I said, the seating position, telescoping wheel. I mean, it's literally got all the luxuries of like a high-end car. So they left no stone unturned in this new interior of the ProR, and I can't wait to get my own and customize it and make it my own. Well, that's a look at the new ProR. Stay tuned for a look at a more in-depth feature.